Are you still in a trade? Better trailing and stop loss methods. I'm going to give you 3 steps to trail, manage your stop loss so you will not ask the question, is he still in the trade? Are you guys still in the trade? Should I still be in this trade? KD for the Wealth Wells. I get this question a lot. Hey, are you still in the trade? Hey, where are we going? That kind of stuff, right? Primarily from people who haven't taken training, who don't really understand the methodology of trading in the stock market and taking their trades, their game to the next level. All right, what do you need to do? I'm going to talk about topics that's covered in this training right here, training 2 and 3 combined, or training 2 and 3. How do you trail? What am I looking at to know where we're going? I'm going to give you 3 steps. Now, the full gamut is in the training stack. I can only make the YouTube video so long. Again, I make videos when people in the Discord ask the questions that I feel would be impactful. Those in the private channel inside the Discord, they're going to get some different answers and more lengthy answers and things like that, more detail. But everyone else, well, we're gonna give you the goods and things that you need. So what do you need to do? All right, I'm going to encourage you to come into the Discord. Right, click the testimonials, click the links attached to the video, you know, read what people are saying about the Discord, and then just go ahead and hit the courses there. Join Tier 3. That's where the private access is and all that cool stuff. All right. So again, are you still in the trade? All right. How do you trail better? How do you manage your stop loss? What should you know? All right. Here's 3 steps. All right. So we're gonna start with number 3, so that you understand really how you can what you can expect with the stock. All right. So the first one is watch for shifts in volume. So when I am looking to long hold, which you guys know, if you go inside of, and not just for Friday, but if you go inside of the KD's Trades channel, right? I did a video recap, right, of last week, so go watch the video recap here. But if you go inside the Trades channel, you can see I also post my spreadsheet for how long I'm in my trades. You can see that. So you'll notice that my first trades early on, the first 2 to 3 trades or so, are scalps, typically 1 minute, 7-minute holds. Then you'll notice I get longer as the day goes, because obviously the day has manifested itself. Now, I am looking for the long hold. I want the long hold. I do not want to scalp this thing a million times, right? So you'll notice that Friday we got multiple trades at near or over 300%, and the day before, somewhere around Thursday, we got 345%. And I did a recap for that. So let's talk about that you know, trade, or those trades in relation to this methodology for your stop loss. All right. So number 3, watch for shifts in volume. So let's just take this trade right here. The 1250, really the one I got in this trade somewhere around that 113, right here. Now what I'm looking at is the volume profile. Now the market is not running right now, but if you go back and watch my latest videos, you'll see I have recorded the volume profile shifting in this area right there, right? So what I'm looking at, whether you're watching the tape, whether you're watching Bookmap, whether you're watching any type of depth of market application in anywhere, it does not matter. It's all similar and comparable depending on the data you want to watch. The human brain can only process so much. So remember that. If you're in front of your computer and you just want to look cool and you got a million things up and you ain't making any money, it's not helping you, right? But for me, because of my experience in my system, I only need to look at a few things in relation to my system, right? There are components of it. And again, we cover that here and what you need to be watching. But I'm watching volume to shift, right? And for example, we break down any one of these, you know, entries is suitable, because you never really break above it up here. So this is suitable, whether you got in at 103, 106, 109, or 112, 113, right? So I came in on this candle here, reading the price action, but what made me get in was I saw a shift in volume. I literally saw buyers get eaten up, more sellers hit the tape. All right. So the first thing you want to do is number 3, watch for shifts in volume. Read the volume on whatever application you're reading it on. This will help you understand, all right, I am good for a hold here, right? So sometimes the stock dances around, you get stopped out. You've got to let that candle close. I've talked about that, right? 3-step confirmation. We've talked about that. Watch that video. You can understand that. But I'm practicing what I preach here. This is what I do every day. And those inside the Discord, they see it, they know it, right? Your mindset needs to be wrapped around that. All right, what you're going to be doing is just kind of taking a look at the volume. And if it doesn't shift, if you don't see those buyers dissipate, then that'll be your signal. Hey, you know what? I need to get out. All right, number 2, all right? The number 2 step to better trailing, managing stop losses, right? You won't have to ask the question, are you still in the trade, KD, or are we still in this trade? You won't have to ask, because you'll be in profit. Number 2 is expect retracements. Now this is simple but very tough. Here's why. New traders are so nervous. They're so nervous. They get into a trade. I'll use the same example here. Now pay attention to this, all right? They get into a trade, and as soon as the thing breaks down, they're ready to take profit. They got a little bit of move here. They're ready to take profit. Or as soon as it breaks down, it holds on VWAP. They're like, oh, man, I wanted to play the VWAP bounce. You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about, right? We've all traded the VWAP bounce. It's not a secret trade. But they'll look at this thing get bought up, and they'll get out actually up here because they see this thing kind of chipping around, and as it comes back, they think, oh man, this is the bounce that I'm gonna go get, and they really give up a lot of profits, right? Has it ever happened to you, right? You turn a long hold into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades, when all you had to do was just hold it. How do you overcome that from the mind? The second thing is expect retracements. So you have to ask yourself, all right, looking at the VVP indicator, I'll put a link below. Go get the indicator, keep it on your screen, learn how to use it. You'll start taking other things off. You only need 2 or 3 of them, right? You understand volume down here, understand volume over here, right? And then your VVP indicator will give you all of the buy-sell pressure and different things you need to trade. So anyway, expect a retracement. So you should be asking yourself, okay, where can I expect a retracement? Right? Once you trade this long enough, you'll understand, all right, I'm gonna get some volume at my level. Now, in my weekly recap, we recapped my thesis for Friday. And I'm telling you, this thing opened up a range right within what we talked about. So when you see that type of behavior enough, you begin to trust your levels and you begin to trust what you're reading. So number 2, expect retracements. All right. The number one, method for understanding how to trail for you to get better in these 3 tips that I'm giving you is going to be, number 1, know your T2T and work on improving it. Now, if you've watched some of my videos, I actually train traders on the methodology, the mentality, the fundamentals, all that stuff on how to actually trade. I don't just get on here and say, oh, look, we made some money. No. You know it. Now, my videos may not be the most glitzy, all right? They may not be the most glamorous, all right? But they've got the goods, flat out, all right? So, number 1, know your T2T and work on improving it. All right, so what does that mean? All right, so the T2T is your time to target. Time to target. Now, in the beginning, we'll take the same trade as an example. All right, in the beginning of you working with me or coming into the Wealth Wells Discord or whatever the case is, getting some real training, you're going to be. Most traders are so nervous they start out scalping, and they think to themselves, man, I can make a lot of money if I just get good with these scalps. But what they don't account for is when the trade goes against them, and then you get washed out. Meaning your winners do not supersede the losers that you got in that little short period of time, and it's just you expended all of that mental energy, your capital, etc. But if you understand, hey, I'm gonna come down to my targets here. I'm gonna come down to my area of interest. I'm gonna come down to my volume, my level, something. I need to get better at holding this and understanding what and stretching out my time to target. And so you have to work on that. You have to trust your levels. You have to get into a community that's about that, not one that's scalping a million times. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. You keep scalping this thing to death. Nothing wrong with scalping, but you're going to lose because ultimately your losers are going to outweigh your winners. The key, the secret is knowing when to scale up when there's big moves and holding to your target. All right. So how do you improve your time to target? Well, quite frankly, it's going to be training and development. All right. There's no secret here that I can give you. You need somebody in your head, in your ear, on a daily basis, not in every trade, but on a daily basis. All right. And so what's going to help you here, if you want to get profits like this, is you've got to come into the private channel and join and stick around. I see folks, sometimes people come and go, hey man, listen, maybe it's not what you're looking for, and that's good. This won't work for everyone. But for the right person, it's going to be a journey to help you get to where you need to be in trade. So you improve that T to T, right? You are going to be unstoppable, right? Now, I'm going to give you a bonus. Here's a bonus. Let's recap the 3 steps, all right? The 3 steps so that you don't have to ask the question, are we still in the trade? Should I be in this trade? For better trailing, better stop loss management. Number 3, watch for shifts in volume. Number 2, expect retracements. Know when they're going to happen. Use some foresight. And number 1, know your T2T and work on improving it. Okay, now that you understand where you're going, you're going to have to develop a few skills to understand how to trail and trade to that area. Now, all of this is made possible if you learn the benefits of trading SPY or the same stock. Now, I've got traders in my Discord who primarily trade small caps, who primarily trade Tesla, who primarily trade Apple or Microsoft or this or that, and that is fine. I, and the overwhelming majority of people that I train and teach, trade SPY, SPX, or any major component of the S&P. Now, that's fine. That's fine. But the benefits of that is that you'll be able to get these data points faster and you'll be able to work on them because you're learning the movement of your stock. So I did a video many moons ago, 4 reasons why you should only day trade SPY. Go watch that video. And I think you will be convinced on why you need to be laser focused in the market. All right. So now that we've recapped those 3 things, I think there's only one thing left for you to do. Our Discord is popping. We had an excellent week last week, multiple 300% trades and days. And I did a recap for that. Go ahead and watch it, guys. It's been a pleasure talking with you guys. The testimonials really speak for themselves on what people are doing and how they're making profits in this Discord. I'll leave you this Sunday when we do our weekly prep. I'm going to talk about one trader who's been really clocking here. Some of my traders are coming up on that 100K mark over the last 4 weeks. I'd like to talk to you guys about that, to show you how that's possible, to show you I'm not the only one doing it, and you know, get you to the next level so we can crush it next week. All right, folks, listen, let's do this thing again in our next video to learn how we trade effectively. KD for the Wealth Wells, signing out.